What's good, YouTube? It's your boy E-Rock Tactical, and I'm back. It's been like 2 months, but it's cool. You feel me? You feel me? We chilling. We doing nuts. But look, I got today. In this video, I'm gonna be doing how to properly install the micro buffer, the 3.5-inch buffer system. A good point on the video I dropped when I was trying to transition to becoming a YouTuber. The video was chopped. I ain't gonna lie, chopped cheese, whatever that. The video was. I don't even know how I got that many views. I was really just. That was in my trying form, not really, taking it serious. So, now I'm taking it serious. So I guess I will drop a better updated video. But gotta be careful because YouTube updated some terms about showing people how to build guns, what to do. So this is not really me showing you how to build a gun. This is me showing you how to install a piece to something that's not a firearm. This isn't a firearm. This is not a firearm. This is not a firearm. Hear me? This is a piece. This is I don't know what to call it, but yeah, it ain't a firearm. We're gonna say that. So, first step. Now, you see how I got a pole in there and not a pole in there? These are the same buffer system, but two different types. Okay. This is the most expensive one. This is one of their rather cheap ones. So, in the inside of every buffer, it's gonna look like this on your micro buffer. Gonna look like this. All right, it's gonna come with a spring, and it's gonna come with a metal insert to go on there. But in the inside, it should look like that. You see the spring in the inside. You can push. You can push this part down so you can see the spring actually works. First thing you're gonna do when you get that, take it off. You wanna take it off, buy you some Loctite, and you wanna Loctite the screw. Okay, so it won't move ever. Loctite the screw, put it back together. Screw as tight as you can. Boom. I'm gonna put it back on here. That's the only part you have to Loctite. I wouldn't even say you have to Loctite it. I've just had a couple come on loose at the range, and it's kind of hell, if it comes loose at the range, because you like me, when you at the range, you're not trying to be fixing on your gun. You trying to dump rounds as fast as possible. So I'm talking about good apple juice, like still cold too, bro. So you wanna you there to do, shoot. You're not there to keep fixing the build or keep, So yeah, that's what you wanna do when you first get it. Take it out, inspect it. You're gonna Loctite that. I'm gonna say this is the. I don't even know what to call this little piece right here. It's part of the buffer though. The thing that the buffer goes on. The buffer spring, there's a spring that goes on there. Boom, put that on there. No, it's not a firearm. This is just I'm gonna use this as my instruction lower. If I want to show you guys anything. Now, in case this video get flagged, I will post a thorough review on how to completely install your micro buffer on my Patreon. Patreon will be in the bio. Just join the Patreon. But what you want to do? All right, so you see the buffer detent. You see the buffer plunger hole right here. So what you want to do? You don't need that. If you got that in your lower, don't discard it, but like take it, put it somewhere, keep it. But you don't need it for the micro buffer. It will just cause problems. You do not need the little buffer detent plunger that sticks up out of here. You don't need it. It'll just cause you problems. So once you took that out, discarded that, got it set where it's set. What you want to do to install the buffer correctly? It's not hard. It's not rocket science. At least correctly under my evaluation from having them for like a year or two. I feel like I've done the best, found the best way to get them to run flawless. But like I say, it could possibly not work for you, but everybody else is commenting like, bro, I set it up the exact way you taught me, and there was no problems when I went to the range. So take it how you want. But see that little detent hole in there? What you want to do is you want to screw this on. All right. So what you want to do is you want to screw it in two or three screws before the detent. Now, you may ask me why. Feels like it's not all the way on. It's like wobbly. There's a reason why, bro. Because this is a micro buffer. Now, everyone who gets a micro buffer, everyone who gets a micro 5-inch AR typically gets a 5.56. If you know about 5.56, you know about the gases and how you need a 15 or 16-inch barrel to get the perfect. So, with that being said, why I leave it off a little bit and give it a little room like that is because I give it more room to operate. Because if you just screw it all the way in, you're not giving that much room for the buffer to go back 2 or 3 lines before. You're giving it a couple more, not even a couple more inches, but like a couple more centimeters, or to operate, to fully blow back. Because at first when I fully installed it, I would shoot it and it would like go back, but it would like skip forward, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll charge, it'll discharge, boom, pick up another round, right? But the buffer will get stuck. The bolt will get stuck. Like not stuck, the bolt will like skip, like shink, shink. It'll be like boom, shink, slink, you'll hear it click back. So I'm like, weird. Go home, I do this. Then I was hearing the buffer go all the way back and I would hear it click. Ching. And that's the buffer hitting the back. Basically just doing what it's designed to do. So that's how I figured. That's how you do it. So, yeah, so all you have to do is install it 3 or 2 lines before the buffer detent hole to give it room for the gas to really operate. And you're good. Let me just put you guys on game real quick about the micro buffers. I'm not even going to say a company name. I'm not going to say the company name. I'm not here to bash anyone. But, so if you're ordering these, right, and you see a black one, and you see one with multiple colors, I want to tell you now, I recommend you get this one just because every part in here came 10 times better than the parts inside of here. See what I'm saying? I took the parts out of here, put it in here, and it ran flawlessly. I took the parts out of here, put it in here, the same thing happened. So, it's not the buffer. I guess since it's a cheaper, since they just, like, this was like 69, this was like 1 something, and this is just regular black. You would think this one is more, but it's not. All you're doing is spraying it. All you're doing is FDE coloring. That's all. Giving you cheaper parts. So, yeah, it's up to me. I recommend you get this one. Spray it yourself. Like, honestly, if you want a certain color, bro, I would say wrap these up, but it looked like they didn't even wrap theirs up, so. Yeah, if you want another color, bro, just do it yourself. DIY it. If not, get black. Videos dropping after this. I just want to do the update video to show y'all and just basically tell y'all. If you got any questions, comment. If you want to ask me, would I recommend a micro buffer or a pistol buffer? I recommend a pistol buffer just because then you will never have a problem. With the micro buffers, it's kind of iffy because you still have a problem just because it's a micro buffer. It's not really cycling how it's 100% supposed to cycle. But with those tips, you should get it to cycle better than it was cycling. That's just me, bro. I'm not the best person who knows. I don't know everything about guns. I don't know it all. I just know from my experience that it's worked for me. So bring it here to y'all. Make sure I like, comment, subscribe. We got an unboxing video coming. We got 2 unboxing videos coming. Then I'll tell y'all the rest.